Fun fact, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, which is what we're playing right now, is the very first game made by the team that's making Kingdom Hearts 3. This was their first foray into the series, which is neat. Neat little bit of trivia. Initially, they had been tapped and greenlit to make their own Kingdom Hearts game. If I recall, it was before Kingdom Hearts 2 even came out that they were going to be doing their own one.
Probably is right. We should cancel Cage too.
Nah, I'm gonna cancel all of them.
Hello.
How you doing, baby doll?
I'm gonna leave you soon to get food, but for now I'm here. Hello.
Oh, okay. You gonna leave me for chicken again?
I was thinking more like pizza. I had chicken yesterday. Or the day before.
No cheese.
No cheese. Oh, you mean on the pizza? No, you're an animal. I thought you meant on the chicken for some reason. Buns raided the chat. Sure. Also, hello, chat. Keep everyone updated, because I know everyone's dying to know. I have not seen the raccoons in like a week. So we're fine. Everything's safe. I can smoke weed outside peacefully.
But then you see one crawling up.
I put the owl statue right where the fire escape ladder is, so either they're gonna climb up and they're just gonna be like, oh shit, it's here, or they're gonna see it from the bottom and be like, oh no, we ain't going up there now. He's gotten wise to our ways. A secret weapon.
Oh, watch out, he's wagging his arms at me.
I don't fucking lead them. I'm scared of them. I want them gone. I went to a public school. It was Given Shaw Elementary. Went there from grade 1 through 6.
I'm not surprised it's public school.
My parents at the time had 4 kids. Do you expect anything fucking else?
No.
My 2 older brothers were forced into fucking Catholic school because they get expelled from everywhere fucking else.
Mamma mia.
Catholic school did not help because they got expelled from 2 of those.
There's the devil in these boys.
I remember begging my mom not to take me to fucking Catholic school because I was intimidated by the Bible. Not because of its contents, but because of, like, it's so thick, there's so many words in it. I don't want to read all these words. I don't know how I convinced my mom not to send me to Catholic school. But I never went. We did look at one. And there was a kid, like, right at the entrance of the school, there was a single desk. And there was a kid there. I think his name was, like, Alfonso or something. I went to summer camp with this kid. I went to summer camp with this kid, and he just looks at me with these dead-ass eyes. Look, please, don't come here. Save yourself. Don't come here. Whatever you do, this is torture. Don't come here. I'm like, Mom, we can't. We gotta go now. We gotta go now. Alfonso said so. We gotta go. And he's like,
The gate got in.
Did you die?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Still here.
Alfonso said so.
What the hell did my brothers do? They did a lot of breaking stuff and a lot of fights. My brother set a bathroom on fire once.
You almost did that too.
Listen, it was in self-defense.
I don't think so. They were just in a box.
For those of you who are new here, I I used to work at a bar with some very interesting coworkers.
Wow.
And by interesting, I mean they like to pull pranks on me because they know I'm scared of almost anything.
And giant carrots.
I am deathly afraid of bugs, period. And you can throw spiders into that category. One time I go into the bathroom, the public bathroom available to everybody, to clean it.
Yeah, that would be what a public bathroom is.
Well, no, we had a private bathroom too. I just wanted... Anyway. So I go into said bathroom. And right on top of the sink, there's a box. It had no top, except the top was covered in, like, a cellophane wrap? Plastic wrap? Whatever. And I go, huh, that's interesting. So I don't examine the box at first. I do what I need to do. I clean the bathroom. Then I need to clean the sink, but said box is on said sink. So I go to the box, I pick it up, and I see writhing, like movement, just a lot of movement. And that's when I realized that in said box was a, well, I found this out later, but it was a mother spider who had given birth to thousands of children! It might have been hundreds, it looked like thousands! It felt like thousands! So I scream, I drop the box, and I run towards the door. Door's locked, and the two co-workers are on the other side of the door holding it closed because they know I will break down this fucking door. So I'm like, okay, you want to play it this way? I'll play your games. So I always have a lighter on me because of reasons. And I grab a can of air spray that's in the bathroom, and I light my lighter, and I spray, and I essentially made a flamethrower, and I set the box on fire. The fire alarm goes off because obviously there's there's smoke and fire in the bathroom, and I don't give a fuck. I'll burn this whole motherfucker down as long as a spider is not touching me. Burn everything and everybody in this fucking building.
Everybody.
I don't give a shit. Boss hears what's going on, knows what's going on, and he tells the two co-workers, which are his sons, open the goddamn fucking door before he burns the goddamn building to the ground. They let me out. They grabbed the fire extinguisher, put out the box of flames, and I assume every spider was killed in that instant. I don't know. I didn't go back to check.
They might be coming back for revenge.
The next generation.
I don't know.
Now, did you flick your lighter in the middle of the story just to add emphasis?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I heard something.
There we go, chat. Let's switch to the actual deck we made. That's
the second time that's happened, where I set a thing of spiders on fire.
The second,
I think that was the first. I don't remember which happened in what order, but the other time happened in my very own home.
Oh yeah, the fridge.
What?
No, not the fridge. So I had like containers, right? Plastic containers. And I had clear plastic lids. And every once in a while I would go by it and I see a bunch of black shit on one of the lids. I'm like, oh fuck, that's dirty. I need to clean that one day. And I ignored it.
And then you didn't clean it.
And then I didn't clean it. I ignored it for like 3 days maybe. So one day, I finally go, alright, I'm finally gonna clean this shit. I pick it up, and much like the box, I see a lot of movement. And
Ruh-roh.
Point A to point B, I realize, something gave birth, and now there's just a lot of mass in this fucking container lid. So I take said container lid, I run, sprint to the fucking bathroom, throw it in the tub, and much like before, lighter, spray can of, I think it was Axe I used this time, Axe body spray, and I just set the whole fucking thing on fire. I feel like now this could have been the melting plastic making this noise, but I felt like I heard crinkling and screaming, tiny little thousands of screams. I never mentioned this the first time I told the story. I set part of my shower curtain on fire, but I managed to contain it, so I only lost like a third of it. That was when that happened.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
I did not have a good time. I had a panic attack. My heart rate is usually higher up because that's just a side effect of the plot. I felt like my heart could have beat out of my chest. Broken a couple ribs.
How big were the spiders, if I may ask?
Tiny, like smaller than my fucking pinky nail. These were fresh youngins.
Oh, the mama wasn't around?
I don't fucking know. Don't spiders like eat the mama after it's born?
She's behind you right now.
I thought that was a thing. Don't.
You
I had a
go this
fucking-
way. The raccoons will eat spiders.
Bananas.
I had a fucking. I don't know what kind of bug this is, but it looks like a centipede, but it's got super long legs, and they're fucking fast.
Oh shit,
Did you even notice?
I know what they are. but I
Imagine when they're running, it sounds like tap shoes.
Anyway,
And here,
one night, I was fresh in this apartment, like maybe a month after I was in this apartment. I'm in bed, and I'm looking up on my ceiling. It's white ceiling, and I just see like a black line. I'm like, that's fucking weird.
Ruh-roh.
What the fuck is that black line? This is right above my bed.
in the other side.
So I grab my phone, I turn on the light, and I point at it, and I can't really make out what it is. So I stand up on the bed to get a closer look to it. So I'm probably like, let's say, I can't measure distance real well. Let's say I'm 10 inches away from said black line.
Oh.
I get a good look at it, and I see its very many legs. And as you know me, I reacted well. I made a little yelpy noise. I can't recreate it. But let's just say a little higher pitch than that. Yeah, pretty much that. Apparently, the noise I made the black line fucking thing fall. Guess where it fucking fell?
In your mouth?
Oh my god, no! If it fell in my mouth, I would be dead.
What if it was like an earwig?
Oh, I have
no.
a story after him.
No, this was.
Oh, bro.
This thing fucking falls on my left shoulder, and First off, I handled it. I'd like to say I handled the situation well.
Did you?
Because as soon as I felt, because I'm completely naked, as soon as I felt it on my shoulder, I fell off the bed. Standing, I fell off the bed.
Oh.
I lose sight of it. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's alive. I don't know if it's dead. I can no longer sleep. As long as this thing is in the fucking house, I can no longer sleep. I then locked myself in my bathroom and fell asleep in my tub. And then the next couple days, I would see it, like, crawling across the floor, and these fuckers are fast. Fast. So I would, like, try to chase it with my fucking sandal. But the fucker would go around a corner of just a corner of the room, and then I would lose sight of it. I'm like, fuck, where is it? I hunted this motherfucker down for like a week and a half. Finally found him. Right where I first saw him. I was lying in bed because I finally got the courage to sleep in my own bed again. I look up in the ceiling, I see him. Fucking see him. Fucking see him again. Not this time, motherfucker. fucking kill you. Now, I should have just grabbed my sandal. But you know me, I sure as hell like my lighter. Now,
okay, firebender.
I didn't resort to spray this time. I didn't resort to the flamethrower. Instead, I held, I got, a cooking pot. I held it right where it was. This little fucker taunting me, not moving. I grabbed one of those barbecue lighters, you know those long ones?
Yeah.
I light its ass on fire and it falls in the pot. So now it can't, walk properly because, its back half is all burnt and shit. Now you're mine! I drowned.
Who's my bitch?
I just filled the pot with water. Very, very hot water. And then I poured bleach in it because I felt very mad. And then I flushed him. That's the story.
Alright. We can
Hi, Blue.
We can stop looking at Donald now.
Hi, Blue.
Hello.
The fucking earwig thing reminded me when my uncle was young, he left a recorder outside, the little fucking plastic flute things.
Yeah.
He went to play it, he made the mistake of breathing in first.
If Sora disappears,
Picture bugs all in
that
his
will
mouth.
mess with the organization's plans.
I trust that you know
I'm good.
what you need to do.
Haven't a clue, really.
I live in
Maybe
Toronto,
you could
Ontario,
spell it out
Canada.
for me.
So I saw something
Gretchen
like
has
that.
clearly committed a treasonous act against the organization.
Gotcha, little bitch.
You must
Honestly,
eliminate
the bugs really only come out once the cold is gone.
Back later.
As soon as the cold is gone, my life's a nightmare. I don't sit and enjoy my balcony very long because my balcony is surrounded by fence posts, and in between each of the posts is fucking spider webs and
Thank you for
spiders.
subbing, Foster.
It's fucking infested out there. I don't go out there for long.
We'll find out soon enough. It's the only one we have left. No other way to move forward.
So PM, you got any
PM just has shit luck with
I think we're on the second best of video of this marathon, so I feel like he
Give me a minute. I'm winded.
Okay, good. Have yourself a break for a few minutes. Okay, as this loads in, look how bad the tower looks.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Wow.
it's like a JPEG from my Nokia phone from 2002.
Yeah.
It's Castletown of Ocarina of Time.
You can tell what things weren't remastered. They're like, this doesn't need to look good. This is gonna be on the PS2. It's fine.
My family watching My Hero isn't really a story. It's just, I mean, I guess kind of.
Okay.
My mom made me in charge of the entertainment for, I believe this was Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas or New Year's.
Yeah, it was.
And so I'm like, fuck, I don't... Because there's such a variety of people, and everybody likes their own shit. I'm like, I don't fucking know what I'll get that everyone will enjoy.
Haikyuu?
So I'm like, alright, fuck it. I burnt DVDs of both the sub and dub of My Hero Season 1. I think it was just Season 1 at the time. Yeah, I burnt those DVDs. I put all the kids, like let's say 15 and under, downstairs and put the dub on for them.
The dub dungeon.
And then upstairs, where all the grown-ups were, I put the sub on. And everyone who stuck around and watched it Fucking loved it. At the first like 1 or 2 episodes, it was kind of bedlam because there were a lot of conversations going on. But eventually, the room fell silent while we all started watching it.
PM burning DVDs in 2017.
Yeah. I mean, what? You think I'm gonna buy DVDs? You remember all that fucking flack I gave you all those years ago about getting people to donate so you could buy DVDs off Amazon?
Hey, I still have those.
I know you still got Scribe?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I bet
it's
you do.
in an overly large package. They put it in like one of those VHS containers, and they had to put the fucking extra plastic shit to hold all 6 discs.
Yeah. My parents didn't have at the time like something that I could just stick a USB stick into. I had to use their fucking DVD player, which was their fucking PlayStation 3. My parents don't own a fucking DVD player. It was funny because my little sister asked my dad, "So, Dad, who's your waifu?" And then we had to like for the next 5 minutes explain what a waifu was to my dad. And he goes, "I don't know. The one with the big titties is nice." I'm like, "Dad, you need to be more specific. There's a couple of titties in this anime." Turns out he likes Momo. And I'm like, "Dad, she is 15. And he goes, "Well, never mind then." like, all right, you make the same mistake I do sometimes. All right, good for you, Pop.
PM, your family is kind of cool. I mean, his mom said change the locks.
Oh, don't even about that.
Yeah, I found Roxas in a box.
Change the locks.
It's strange now because you got a lot, like your audience is a lot bigger, so it means there's a lot of new people that don't know about me and my fucking stories, so I gotta retell some of them every now and again.
Gets me excited because not all of them are in best ofs.
Is change the locks in a best of? Because if not, I
don't care. I want it in this one.
Okay. So I was at my parents' for some occasion. It was. And one day I'm like, I want a glass of milk because I'm an adult. I'm allowed to have milk. So there were no clean glasses, and I was feeling kind of lazy. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just take one of these. So I grab one of my my mom's wine glasses. I start pouring milk and drinking milk out of it. My mom comes into the kitchen, and bedlam fucking starts. She is not having it.
You're a big fan of bedlam today.
Have I said it a lot today? I haven't been paying attention. My mom is not having it. She is losing her mind that I'm drinking milk out of a wine glass. Out of her, like, expensive wine glasses. I'm like, Mom, you bought this at fucking dollar store for like $3. Calm down. Anyway, we get into this whole fucking fight about it. She is so mad that she attempts to kick me out of the house. But before that, I'm like, fuck it, I'm leaving. Fuck you. I'm out of here. Fuck you and your milk glass.
Gotti.
So several days go by. I call home, and my dad picks up. Now, my dad normally never picks up the phone. It's always my mom. So if dad picks up, it means the mom's still fucking pissed off at me. But actually, no. In this occasion, she didn't know that I was calling. So I'm talking to my dad for a little while, and then I hear my mom in the background. Is that Phil calling? And he's like, yep. Don't forget to change the locks. Because she took my key. No, I still had my key, but she didn't want me in the house because I used fucking milk in her goddamn fucking wine glass. So she's like, no, fuck Fuck that nigga! He's not in my house anymore! Change the locks! But
Can't
my
believe
dad,
you got owned.
but my dad, being the cool dad that he is, was like, "Don't worry, I'll leave the backyard gate unchanged for you." I'm like, "Thanks, Dad, you're the best." She got over it after a while.
I like that. You got off easy. Chat, we're doing so well about these fucking keyed reward things. It's crazy.
These fucking JPEGs.
Oh, Brian making a sweater for his boyfriend? That's already in the in
Yeah,
the
it's
best
already
stuff.
in one.
And it wasn't a sweater, it was a scarf.
Oh, they're stuck on their back. That's really sad.
Yeah, they're turtles.
These poor boys.
The fake nail story, oh god, someone remembers that.
What?
So, this happened, it must have been my early 20s, or late teens.
25 years ago.
I was dating a black chick at the time. We weren't dating for very long. So, my girlfriend at the time, she wore those very, very long prosthetic nails.
Oh no.
So this was our first time having sex. And this was also her first time with a white boy. She sucking my dick. I can't put it any cleaner than that. She sucking my dick. And she heard a thing from her friend saying that white boys like fingers stuck up their asses while they're getting their dicks stuck. She did not take off her nails before doing said plan, and stuck. I swear to God, these nails were huge. Like the size of. She used her thumb, and the size of the nail was probably about the size of like half of a pinky finger. These things were huge. Now, I'm so into the fucking blowjob that I don't even feel it going in. But once it's in, I'm like, whoa! Whoa! This is not... I did not agree to this! And she starts freaking out like, what? I thought you were into this sort of thing. Your friend's a fucking idiot! Get your finger out of my butt! So she pulls the finger out of my butt. There's something wrong with the finger. The prosthetic nail came off and is now stuck in my asshole. So I'm like, babe, you need to grab whatever's in there and pull it out. And she can't. Like, I am clenched.
What is it, Excalibur?
This might as well be the sword in the fucking stone. Because my ass is so clenched that she can't even get a good grip on it, let alone stick two fingers in there. So I'm like, okay, I gotta shit it out. That's the only way. Because I'm not going to a fucking hospital. I am not going to a fucking hospital with a prosthetic nail in my butthole. So about, fucking, I don't know, 45 minutes later, I'm finally like, okay, good, I gotta take a shit. I go to take a shit, I got fucking diarrhea. So the diarrhea is just going around the nail and not doing anything. I have said nails stuck in my butt for like a day and a half before I'm like, okay, I need to go to the hospital. An hour before I'm like, all right, I gotta make a phone call for someone to pick me up and take me to the hospital. I finally go to take a shit. It's finally solid. Dude, the nail cut the shit in half.
Metal Gear
rising.
Yes. That's exactly like this nail cut the shit building in half. So I'm like, okay, no matter what, unless I eat rocks, there's no way I'm pushing the shit out. I'm like, alright. One more attempt. I get some fucking Vaseline. I put it on the tip of my 2 fingers, and I just start digging.
No, don't dig!
I dig dug in my butthole.
No. You ain't mining for gold, boy!
And I finally get my 2 fingers around said nail. I go to pull it out, and my fingers just slip right off because of the fucking Vaseline. I go for it again, I finally get it out. The nail is covered in blood. It is covered in blood. And like, great, I just have a bleeding asshole, but I'm not going to a fucking doctor now because I don't want to have to explain why my ass is bleeding. I broke up with her shortly after that.
Why? What happened?
I just wasn't feeling it anymore. Worst part about that night, I didn't even get to come.
0 out of 10, not worth it.
Hey,
It's
if you want, you can tell people that story about how you ended up in jail on your mother's birthday.
I will tell that.
Forgot about that.
Okay, but I really liked when I mentioned you being in jail on your mother's birthday, and
Right, okay.
and the entire chat popped. So you're gonna have to do that one.
Did it. Okay. So, I used to drink. I say used to because I can't do it anymore.
It's just like mine.
God,
Because
smoke
when
properly.
Okay, here's the thing.
How'd he get
I don't drink anymore because I do stupid shit. But the reason I went to jail on my mother's birthday was solely because of my brother. He was.
Oh, he's your brother!
I was just there. I was just there next to him.
So excited.
Guilt by association.
Yup.
Me and my brother went on a bender one night because it was a Saturday. Then that's what you do on Saturdays. My brother got so drunk, he really needed to pee really bad. And instead of, doing the smart thing like going to a 7-Eleven and using the bathroom, or going in an alley and just whipping your dick out there, or going in a dumpster, I don't know. Motherfucker walks up behind a lady who is waiting. She must have been waiting for the bus or waiting for a taxi.
Then don't believe
She has her purse on the floor. Why any woman would just leave her purse on the floor, I don't know.
Then let's ask Nominate.
Leaves her purse on the
That
floor
should clear
open.
it up.
This woman was not very smart. To be honest, this was her own
Victim
fault.
blaming.
Let's go.
Puts her purse on the floor open. My brother is very drunk, stumbles up behind her,
What's that mean?
whips his dick out, starts peeing in the purse. Starts peeing in the purse. I'm just there. I'm just like, yeah, he's doing that. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm too drunk to stop him.
Punch the penis.
I'm not punching the penis.
Maybe you should just slow down and
So, lady hears pee hitting her makeup or whatever, looks down, looks behind her, sees my brother, screams. Starts, the bedlam is happening now. Someone calls the cops.
I'm going to find Nominate.
My cops. My brother is being taken away by the cops. He's put in handcuffs. He's put in the back of the cruiser. My brother, the fucking genius that he is, goes, what about my brother? And attempts to point to me, but he's fucking handcuffed behind his back. So he's like doing motions with his fucking head, pointing towards me. Cops look at me
It's too late.
and go, "Are you with him?"
Don't give up just yet.
And I go, I guess. And now I'm in handcuffs. They have to handcuff me. They have to handcuff my hands in front of me because they say, if a fat person is handcuffed behind them, that can like cut off their circulation or some bullshit. I don't know. I don't fucking know. So yeah, I'm handcuffed in front.
You should have said no.
and we spend the night in the drunk tank. I don't know how we only got off with spending the night in the drunk tank when my brother should have been charged with indecent exposure, urinating in public.
Should be
I guess this would technically be sexual assault. I don't know, but somehow we only spent the night in the drunk tank. Next morning, my brother's wife shows up to pick him out of jail.
You guys are.
And I'm like,
you, right?
Oh no, she doesn't like me at all. She thinks it's my fault that they're in jail. Right.
It's your fault.
To her, it's always my fault, even though most of the time it's his fault.
I like
It's
that.
always-
He was married? What?
Yeah, my brother's married. Cheat on his wife on his wedding day. More about that later.
The saga continues.
I'm like, can I get a phone call? So I call my mother on her birthday. Like, hey mom, happy birthday. And she's like, why are you calling from a number I don't recognize? I'm like, yeah, about that. I kind of need your help. And I explained to her the whole situation. Blah, blah, blah. She's like, all right, I'll be there. I'll be there soon. She shows up fucking hours later. Not very pleased.
Let you stew.
She let me stew.
Rot.
And she picked me up. And took me out of jail.
I like how
The
you
drunk
got the roughest punishment for something you didn't do.
Yeah, I had no part in it.
You had no part, but somehow you suffered the most. Well, at least you learned a powerful lesson.
Yep. That's why I quit drinking.
Oh, I was just gonna say you're never
Several
with him.
years later. No, I'm always with him. He's the weed one.
The weed one.
Yeah, there's no fucking surprise there.
So, for those of you who are new,
He's always so disappointed each time he has this started.
So, for those of you who don't know, because you're new, I smoke a lot of weed.
Couldn't tell.
I smoke weed like people smoke cigarettes.
Are
Sometimes.
you high?
Right now, oh yeah.
Always.
No, not always. I gotta build up to it, you know. I build a tolerance. That I've been talking, and I've burnt out like 3 joints just talk because I like them. I start talking, and I take like 2 puffs of the entire thing.
Bedlam.
So this is just a fucking waste. What was I talking about?
Weed brother.
Weed brother, okay.
Weed.
So the reason I smoke so much pot so frequently is because my brother just gives me weed and has been just giving me weed since my early 20s. Now the reason for this is because I made a little deal with him. And by deal, I mean some people would use the word black.
Yeah, people that know the definition of blackmail, yes.
I don't like said word. I just
True,
say
you don't like logic. You did drop out of elementary school.
I just like to say freebies. You know, it's just freebies. So, the reason why my brother just gives me pot like this was because on his wedding day, he was getting married in Mexico to his Mexican wife.
Mamma mia.
The day before his wedding, he's like, "Oh well, you know, gotta let the old what did he say? I don't fucking remember. He's gotta let his dick let loose before he's tied down." So what does he do? He goes
Sure,
and finds
whatever
some
the fuck
Mexican.
that means.
He goes off on his own to find Mexican prostitutes.
Prostitutes.
The day before his wedding. Fast forward to day of his wedding. Nobody can find Ricky. Ricky is just gone. Everyone is trying to call him, trying to track down his whereabouts. Nobody can find him. It's an hour before his wedding. I am now fucking Private Eye Pum, looking all over Mexico for my fucking brother who's just fucking vanished.
Nice and healthy Mexican prostitutes.
I eventually track him down to this fucking, like... This place was disgusting. It might as well been made out of fucking mud and straw. This fucking place. I go inside the place, and there's just this old woman is sitting at her dinner table. And I'm like, in my very, very broken Spanish, I go, ma'am, have you seen a man about yay high, about yay drunk? Does this ring any bells to you?
Yay drunk.
And she points towards the back room. I go in the back room. My brother is laying in bed, handcuffed by his ankles and his wrists to the bed. He's completely tied down, butt-ass naked. His clothes are all gone. His wallet is all gone. His phone is all gone. He found some prostitutes, and they just robbed his stupid drunk ass.
Good.
So I forget how I uncuffed him, but I did. And I took him to his to the chapel that he was getting married at about 20 minutes before the whole thing fucking starts. And I'm like, you owe me for life! Life you owe me! I don't want any money, but I know you got your hands on the good stuff all the time. I want the good stuff for life! Or else your wife is gonna know about this. Mom is gonna know about this. Oh, and that's even worse. Who gives a fuck about his wife? If mom finds out about this, you're fucking dead. You're dead. And he realizes how dead he would be if I spilled the beans. And oh, I would have spilled the beans.
Old beans.
I can still spill these old beans if one day he decides to be like, nah, fuck it, I'm done with you. No, he's gonna keep paying up these new beans so that the old beans can be kept in storage. Again, I don't like to use the word blackmail. I just say we came to an agreement.
A little encouragement.
Yeah, a little encouragement. Never hurt nobody. And that was about a decade ago. Maybe a little more at this point.
Still get beat to this day.
Right, another hallucination story.
Yes. Yes.
So the story starts off pretty similar to the last one. Except me and my two brothers, Ricky and Brian, we got really fucking high.
That seems pretty similar.
I think it was like extra shit. It wasn't just weed. I think we had mushrooms. And we do that thing where our minds melded and we all started experiencing the same trip. So here's what happened for the trip. Now, thankfully for me, I don't recall anything happening to me.
Oh no.
But my brother, he tripped that his Brian, he tripped that his ball sack expanded to enormous size, and it turned into a beehive, and bees were just starting to come out of his coming out of his nutsack. So he starts hammering his fucking nutsack. He just starts wailing, just punching himself in the balls because he's terrified of bees and he's just trying to kill the bees. Like, get off me, and he's wailing on his. Now, while this is going on, I look toward my other brother. Now he is running circles around the kitchen because he imagined that the refrigerator turned into a fucking puma and just started running around chasing him around the house. Till eventually he runs out the fucking front door away from the puma. I could see the puma, by the way. This was a real ass fucking puma.
There's a bee.
And then all of a sudden, at the exact same time, we all just, like, snapped out of it. My brother had not moved. Ricky had not moved. He was sitting there the entire time and just imagined running out of the house from a Puma fridge. Meanwhile, Brian really punched himself in the butt and was just on the floor in pain. Just dying. Just fucking, like, he was crying. He cried. He punched himself in the dick some.
Did he get the bees?
I guess so. You got a few of them. And yeah, that's that story. There's no climactic
on that one.
I don't know how you're gonna cut this best of.
Well, oh yeah, I'm gonna be cutting gaps.
Right,
No, you're not!
Get
You're
him!
keeping it all in! We're the content police.
Nah, it's okay. What I mean is in between stories, I will put other unrelated clips of other shit. like Blue following his script, since of course this entire stream is scripted.
I have a long-ass script right in fucking front of me, I'll tell you what.
Now, while I wait for Fidel to give another 10 subs to people as I try and get a new emote ready. Also, thank you, Hybrid Roxas, for subbing. You should talk about your Florida story now.
Yes!
Oh boy. Alright, here we go. So, the story starts off kind of the same like the others. Except we didn't get really fucking high. We got really fucking shit-faced drunk. Like, I think this might have been... We went bar hopping, and we started at like 8 in the afternoon. I don't remember anything past 9. Fast forward many hours. My brother rented a car. Shit-faced. We all got into the car, and my brother just started driving. driving. I don't know how we got past the border, to be completely honest with you. I wasn't awake.
Reminder, he's Canadian.
We're all Canadian, technically.
No, I'm not.
Me and my brother. We drove for so long. Actually, hold on. Before I get to the part where we landed, I remember waking up in the car. I'm like, where are we? And he goes, and my brother Ricky, who's driving shit-faced, by the way, drunk, goes, I don't know. So I go, where are we going? He goes, Florida. And I'm like, okay. And I went back to sleep. I wake up, the sun is so fucking bright. It was so fucking bright. I was so hungover. And I look around me, and I don't know where I am. This is completely foreign to me.
Land of the free, baby.
And I go, Ricky, where are we? And he goes, Florida. And I go, what are you talking about? How did we get here? How did we cross the border?
How did you get... That... How long were you out? That's like a 40-hour drive.
From 9... I don't remember anything from 9 until 10? 10 in the morning? The next day?
See, that was my reaction, probably, of, that's not real. Because how?
I swear to God.
He swore by this story, because he was gone off Twitter for like a week and a half. Where we thought he was dead, and then he's like, hey guys, I was in Florida. Go on.
So, at some point, because now we need directions to get back home. Because, well, we don't have enough money to buy plane tickets. We still have this rental car, which is due to go back because we found the rental slip in the car. We only rented it for a day. At some point, I reached an internet cafe and went, "Hey guys, I'm in Florida. The shit happened."
Yeah, I remember.
It was to find directions at the internet cafe, to print out a map to find out where the fuck we're going. And while I was there, I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm in Florida. I'll be back soon." Fast forward several hours. We are taking turns driving. Brian and Ricky are in the front seat. I am passed out in the back because I'm hungover as shit. I need proper sleep. We make a pit stop at a gas station. Both of them go into the gas station to pay for gas and to grab some road snacks and shit. I wake up. They're gone, obviously. I don't know where they went. They probably went inside the gas station. I need to pee really badly, because I haven't peed for like 15 hours at this point. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I peed in my drunken state then. I don't know. So I got out of the car, and I go to it's almost like an outhouse type. While I'm in there taking a piss, which ended up turning into I need to take a shit. That's why I took so long. A homeless man sneaks into the back where I was sleeping, grabs the blanket that I was using, throws it over him, and he's done. He's there. There's a homeless man in the back of the car. My brothers
switcheroo.
My brothers get out of the gas station, go into the car, and drive off. Because they think they see this mass behind them. They think I'm still fucking asleep. And they drive off to Canada. I am still taking a shit. They don't have their cell phones.
They've kidnapped a homeless man.
They've kidnapped a homeless man. I have no money to my name. I had like $10 in change.
All in nickels.
I am losing my mind. I'm not scared. I am pissed off. Because they left me! They left me behind!
In Florida!
In Florida! In bumfuck motherfucking Florida! I am now on my own. I don't have internet access. I can't contact anybody to be like, "Hey, can you let me stay at your house?" I have money for the payphone, but I don't have anywhere to call because I don't know if the payphone will like eat up my money because of long distance. I don't even know if it will let me make long distance calls. So what do? I start hitchhiking, and I hitchhike. I proceeded to hitchhike.
Make sure to censor yourself on that one thing.
Right? Yeah, I know. And I proceed to hitchhike. I met a lot of cool people along the way. There was part of me that was scared, because I'm like, all right, I'm hitchhiking in fucking Florida. I don't know what fucking kind of nut job can pick me up.
It's okay, you look white.
But I'm a fat white boy. Maybe that'll get me some leeway. So I'm hitchhiking for the next several days. I finally get to a payphone, and I ask somebody, "Does this make long distance calls? I need to call Canada." And they're like, "No, but you can go to the convenience store and buy a long distance card for $5. I'm like, fuck man, that's like half of the money I have. So I buy a long distance card, and the first thing I do is I call my brother. Brother Ricky. He picks up, and I immediately just start shouting at the phone, "You left me behind! I am in Florida!" Or, no, I'm not in Florida at this point. I don't know where I am at this point.
Do they just dramatically look in the car?
Well, no, because I call Ricky's home. They made it home the same day. They only realized
Canada man now.
They only realized like 2 hours after they left the gas station. They're like, "Man, Philip's been sleeping for a really long time. We got to see what's going on." Whoa!
make it home the same day. That's impossible.
Dude, I don't fucking know. What do you want from me? I'm telling you what they told me. They told me that it took them, or maybe it wasn't the same day. I don't know. I don't remember. This was a really long time ago.
We need to remember that while this probably did happen, everyone was high.
No, I couldn't be more sober at this point.
They were high.
When they got home, they got high. They got the privilege of being high.
The privilege.
These motherfuckers, once they realized, oops, I'm homeless. these motherfuckers didn't go back for me. They continued on because they're like, oh well, we got like wives and children and jobs.
Whatever, he's dead.
Philip's smart. He can make his way home.
No, we can't.
It's like Homeward Bound. Only.
And I'm fucking.
Homeward Bound only is just a random Puerto Rican dude.
I'm yelling at the phone, going, "You need to pick me up right the fuck now. I will find out where I am, and you will come and pick me up." And Ricky's like, "Nah, man, I got work in the morning." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I have no money. I don't know where I am. I don't know what state I'm in. I don't even know if they'll let me back over the fucking border. I have no idea. I have nothing. Nothing. I have $4.50 in change." In Canadian change! By the way, Canadian change!
Oh yeah, that'd be a problem too.
Thankfully, the grocery store guy's like, "Yeah, fuck it, man. I'll take your fucking Canadian money. Just get out of here." Because I smelled very bad at this point. Because this was several days later. Oops. This was several days later. I had not showered. I had barely eaten. I think at some point I ate like half a hot dog I found.
You found.
He found
God.
weenies.
Old weenies. So they're like, "No, man. I'm not coming to get you. Brian's not coming to get you. To get you. Find your way back home. You're a big boy." So I'm like, "Fuck, alright." And I keep hitchhiking, and I kept hitchhiking for several more days. And I don't know what state I was, but I was nearing the border of Canada. I was getting close to Niagara Falls. And this very nice old lady in a oh god, what is it called? An 18-wheeler stops and picks me up. Now she is the nicest lady I ever met in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Towards me, she was the very nicest lady.
Yeah, please tread
in my whole
carefully here.
life. The things that I heard this lady say were not very nice. But yeah, this lady was very nice. She gave me some of her lunch that she had in her truck. She gave me some money so I can be on my way. I think she gave me like $40, like after I told her my whole story, and like, and she had a thick like Southern accent. I think she was from like Texas maybe. And she's like, so you're headed to the border, right? Well, I'm on my way to Niagara Falls. I'll let you off there to make this delivery. Along the way, there must have been a gay pride something going on. I don't know.
Oh god.
Again.
And
Partner,
we see this very flamboyant gay black man. Now, to me, I'm like, oh, hey, there's a gay black man over there. To her, she said the most interesting insult I've ever heard in my life.
I can agree to that, yes.
She called said gay black man,
Oh, man.
a Pop-Tart. And I'm like, whoa, okay, glad I'm white. And yeah, she was very nice. She dropped me off in Niagara Falls. I've been to Niagara Falls before, so I kind of knew the layout, except I was on the other side of the border. So I'm like, all right, now I got to cross, and I made it across after explaining my entire situation to Border Patrol.
How did they react to that?
But like, you're so stupid that I feel so bad for you how stupid you are. So we're gonna let you through. Don't ever do something this retarded ever again. I'm like, hand to God, sir. This is just please.
You're like, sure, I'm never gonna leave.
And I haven't left since. I'm afraid to leave this country. To be completely honest with you. Thank you, Solar Sun. It wasn't my fault. Nothing! None of this was my fault. Once again, everything was my brother's fault.
Asshole.
To the person asking, donations go through PayPal? I don't think you need an account. I think you can use like a card or something, but
I believe so, yeah.
yeah.
So I'm finally on the good side, quote unquote, of Niagara Falls. And I find the nearest available phone. And I call Brother Ricky. Picks up, and I go, pick me up now! I am in Niagara Falls!
In 6!
Pick me up now! And he picked me up.
So, how'd the rest of the family feel about your grand homecoming?
The rest of the family, well... So, my brother Ricky's wife, once again, even though I had nothing to do with this...
No fucking
You are
way!
harassing my
Because
husband.
here's the thing. Ricky doesn't like to get in trouble with his wife.
Oh, Jesus.
So Ricky decided to go, oh, well, you know, Phil gets a little crazy when he's drunk. You know, he just decided to rent a car, and he blamed it all on me. Me.
4 p.m.
And then several years later, she finally found out the entire truth. Still blames me for it. Still somehow, like,
Should have gotten out of the
convinced
car.
him with my fucking juju magic. Oh, she doesn't. She didn't care about me being stuck. She didn't give a shit about me being stuck. She was more upset over, like, you could have cost my husband a day of work, therefore losing me money. So fuck you. Meanwhile, my mother was like, you should have just stayed. My mother actually told me, you should have just stayed. Would have been nice to get some
Health insurance over
sun.
here. Terrible idea.
And that's how my first and only trip to Miami went. Or Florida, whatever.
Yeah, it was neat, right, chat? So, we are now within 20 points of me getting a new emote. So, chat, I will do a special offer. If you guys can scrounge up 10 new subs, I'll gift 10 people subs. I'll go half and half with everybody. Let's get that happening tonight. Oh yeah, what happened to the home? Yeah, what happened to the antagonist?
No, they fucking kicked him out of the car and just left him wherever the fuck they left him.
Can we talk about how your life is a TV show? That was the movie.
Dude, where's my ride?
So that story to Hollywood. The man is stuck in Canada now.
Yeah.
No, he got left in America. They dropped him before the border.
And remember, chat, if you can't donate, like if PayPal doesn't work for you, you can become my patron at patreon.com/KZXcellent. Please do. Because I can't help you beyond like, try this.
So I only found out this part of the story like
Oh no.
last year.
This is the final mixed portion of the story.
Yes, you get one extra cutscene. When my brothers found out that I was not in the back of the car, and they freaked out, and they go, "Who the fuck are you?" And the homeless guy goes, "Well, I'm Riley." And that's it. That's your extra cutscene. Before they kick him out of the fucking car.
Okay, Riley, get the fuck out!
My haunted apartment. So back before
This is
back
like story
before-
14. I'm so impressed.
back before this apartment and back before the last apartment, I believe that 2 apartments ago, my apartment was haunted because I would feel something watching me. I would see doors just open by themselves, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's just the house breathing or moving, or
Maybe that's your weed.
Settling. No, I was
The
sober.
mushrooms and the fucking puma.
I was sober at these points. It's like, oh, maybe it's a draft making the door open, or maybe it was one of my cats at the time opening the door. Until one day, this was when I'm like, no, this fucking house this fucking apartment is haunted.
Back off.
I go to use the bathroom one day, and I'm done, and I'm washing my hands in the sink. Now, the toilet seat cover is up, but the toilet seat itself is down. In the corner of my eye, I see movement, and I'm like, oh, it's just one of the cats. I look, and the toilet seat is lifting up by itself. I run out of the fucking apartment at this point.
Who's gonna take a piss?
Because this fucking house is haunted. It is a haunted house, and they are haunting my toilet.
It had a
This
Twitter
house-
account.
This house is so haunted that it made a Twitter account. But nothing besides that ever happened. Like, other than the feeling of being watched, a couple of doors opening, and the fucking nail on, or the hammer on the fucking nail head was that toilet seat moving. And that's when I'm like, nope, I'm outta. I was not stoned at the time.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.